It's time for a weekly update on what I've got blooming. Come along with me so you can see what I've got. This morning I woke up to see that Multiflora had finally opened. I tend to have this plant blast its blooms more often than it blooms. Actually, Hoya Linearis is wanting to bloom. That's about a couple weeks from being ready, and I see that this one has set up a nice little peduncle as well. Let me see. Hushkiliana green leaf almost always has a bloom open on it. I can't see any right now, so I can't show you, but I've got the cutest little yellow blooms on this plant. And then I've got Coroniana Super Silver, who's got several peduncles. But recently I had several peduncles set up just to blast. You'll see right here how they turned yellow and just fell off. So I'm not holding my breath yet. These are not well formed enough. But hopefully I get one of these to bloom. My Hoya Hushkiliana verigata is almost always blooming. And then my Icensis is setting up some good blooms. I've never bloomed this one before, so I don't know how close it is to opening. My RHM just gave me a peduncle up in there. It's twisting with the Calcina Stargazer, who has several peduncles, very fuzzy peduncles, but they've kind of stalled out, so I don't know if they're gonna do anything. Hoya mirabilis is about to bloom too. I've got one peduncle with an umbel formed up there. If you look through these leaves at the bottom, you can see them over there at that other pot. So that's two umbels on this plant, along with a third. It's a really good bloomer. As soon as it's done blooming, it sets up more blooms, and I would say it smells like green pepper, so it's not the most. We've also got Hoya retusa blooming, and she's got another bloom getting ready right here. And Pachyclida back there. It's gonna bloom. And Hoya Bella never fails. She's always got something ready to go. If I'm lucky enough, Hoya Rebecca will give me some blooms, but it's still too early to know if that one will come to full fruition or if it's going to blast and fall off. And then there's this trustworthy Discardia who always has some blooms. And that's the most open they ever become. That's what they look like. But I really like this plant because I feel like it's reminiscent of fireworks. My all-time favorite bloom is this one, Bodi. If you can see next to my thumb how big it is. It's a huge bloom, very fuzzy. I've heard some people describe it as starfish. I showed this the other day and not all blooms were open, so it is a treat that they're all open today. And then in the meantime, I've had Sunrise open another set of blooms. This area is my prime spot for my plants. It's a south window with a west window. And then finally I have this peduncle on my serpens, which might actually bloom. This is kind of a harder one to bloom, and those will oftentimes blast, as I'm told. I've never bloomed it yet. I think that's it for what I've got right now. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you up next week on the flowers. I'm gonna hope that Bodi is still blooming at that point in time.